Hi there, Aquarius. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl, and we're looking at October 10 through October 16. And boy, your ruling planet, Uranus, the planet of surprises, upheaval, the unexpected, is on the warpath this week. And it's on the warpath in Aries, which is a very fiery, emotional sign. Now, that is your third house of communication, siblings, neighbors. So that's the area in which you could get a surprise or some sort of disruption that you were not expecting. And it's going to be happening this weekend on Saturday. And then on Sunday, there's a supermoon in Aries, the same part of your chart. It's also your third house of communication. So maybe someone will say something to you that is just the last thing you thought was going to come out of his or her mouth and really does shock you to the core. And you know what, Aquarius? You're rather unshockable. If there's anybody that can take anything pretty much on the chin and deal with it, it's you. But however, with Uranus on the warpath, it might not be that easy. It's also going to be extremely interesting to see what wenches or wrenches get thrown into the cosmic works with the US presidential election just weeks away, November 8. So it's going to be interesting because with the Donald being a Gemini, this activity is much more prone to disrupt him. Hillary, being a Scorpio, has Venus in her corner, which is excellent, which means that she's much more charming and magnetic than usual, and it's not going to affect her as much as Donald, the Gemini. So, Aries, fellow Aquarians, Librans are all signs that could very well throw you for a loop. In Libra, the Sun, Mercury, the communicator, Jupiter, the planet of good luck, line up in your ninth house of overseas travel, higher education, and philosophy. So you might want to tap into that energy and not get too distracted when something doesn't go your way and in fact goes a completely different way from what you were planning on. You can be a little stubborn. You're a fixed sign, which means you like things to go the way you want them to go. You can be very, very fixated on things and, as I said, stubborn. You, Leos, we also have Scorpios, and Aquarians are all the fixed signs. And so, surprise, surprise is not good news for you sometimes. However, understand that this upheaval, surprise, disruption is all for the cause of setting you on the right path. Even though it may not feel like it, that's what the universe is up to. So, really, don't get in the way of what Uranus, your ruler, has in store for you, whether it's a bombshell from a sibling, a bombshell, or a surprise from a neighbor. It could be that your sister, who is 5 years younger than you, has suddenly announced she's engaged, getting married, having a baby, and it's that whole thing of you being the older one and she's getting married first, or your sister or your brother who's your best friend, they're moving overseas, they got to transfer, they'll be gone by the end of the year. Those are the sorts of things that might not sit well with you, but you'll see in the future just how perfect they all are. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it, and I'll speak to you again soon, Aquarius.